Hello there, welcome to Genesis Models. My name is Bob Waldron, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at DSPIAE, their single blade nippers 2.0. This company is based in, I do believe it is the Netherlands. They are, I've got their website and stuff just here just to sort of show you who they are and everything. They're based in the Netherlands, and they kind of do stuff like all this kind of foam, and they do some really high quality tools. You really want to go check them out. So they sent me this, and first impressions are, I mean, it's a set of cutters. I mean, normally cutters, it's one of these things that you sort of almost take for granted. I mean, you know, you can get really cheap ones. I've got these ones here, they're like about £6. I did buy some expensive Citadel ones, which are about £20. These are rather good cutters, but this takes it to a whole new level. The box itself, I mean, hopefully you can see, it is just, it's almost like opening up an iPad or an iPhone. Do you know where they package it and everything? Absolutely, you know, out of this world, top quality packaging. First thing, as we open this up, hopefully I'll pronounce this right, DSPIAE, but you know, it's close enough, I guess. We open this up, as you can see, we get this little sort of pouch holder just so as we can you know, keep our tool nice and safe. Just in here we get a nice bit of instructions as well on how to use it also, which is rather cool. And then we've also got some more instruction. We've got another cover here, nice hard cover, a cloth for actually keeping it nice and clean as well. And then we've got some more instructions just here, quite simple, but you know, at least a quick worth a quick read through. Then we have the tool itself, which is just absolutely lovely displayed in this box. As you can see, nice and foam. It is just absolutely top quality. And we just take the tool out. We do have this little regulator just here, which we'll get into a little bit later. So what is it about this tool that makes it so good? Well, first off, it's around about, depending on where you shop or where you go online, or if you go direct to the Netherlands, it's around about the £35 mark ish, you know, give or take. So it is rather expensive for a set of cutters, but it is such a game changer when you actually use them. I've got some sprues just here to do some cutting, show you some examples. But what I want to show you first is to actually show you, you know, some of our sort of standard cutters that we'd probably use and how they cut. We got some bits just on here. You'd normally sort of maybe come along. I'm using my sort of better £20 Citadel ones just here. If we bring you in, I normally sort of teach that you want to sort of not cut right up to the piece, right, because you don't want to damage our piece. You sort of want to maybe sort of cut about here, and then we've got it off of the sprue, and then we'd potentially go off and sort of use stuff like blades and sanding sticks to maybe get rid of that. If we can sort of bring you in as close as we can with the camera, right, I can just cut off a big piece, right, big piece like this, and as we cut it off, I mean, you can just see, I mean, that is not exactly a straight cut. Right, we've got another piece here. You can sort of see the bits of sort of white. It's sort of cutting and sort of tearing it as well. Just hopefully, as you can just see there with that cut, maybe get you on camera a bit better. right? Just see how that's cut there, and this is what makes this so different and so much more cooler, so much more professional, is if we go off now and we cut this with these cutters, right? The first thing you'll notice is I press down on this and it just slices through it. I mean, a knife through butter. It's so much more easier. And then if we actually look at the cut itself, it is just so nice and smooth. I mean, it is just almost perfect cut. So if I was to now cut off the same piece here, right, on our sprue, I can cut right up, and this is the thing, I mean, it's a bit of a game changer because you don't have to, you know, sort of cut away. We can actually cut right up to our actual piece and not worry about it marking the piece itself. I've just cut that off, so easy, and hopefully you can see it's such a nice cut. I mean, compared to what we cut off before, right, we have to sort of leave those big sort of pieces so we can trim it down, sand it down. This here now, I mean, we could just give that a nice bit of a sanding now, and that is just going to be absolutely perfect. Saves a bit of time, saves getting out the blade, and you know, as I would normally sort of come along and sort of start cutting these big pieces off with a blade and trimming it down like so, and then maybe I'd come in with a sanding stick just to finish that off. We can just come straight in with a sanding stick on there, and you probably can hear it as well if we just show you. I mean, we cut a piece off here and you can sort of, you feel it, you kind of have to put a bit of pressure into a big thick piece like this, and then you hear it and see how that just shot off, right? But with this, because it just slices through and there's just no effort, see how it just fell off? It's because there's no pressure building up, and then it slices and it kind of tears and whatnot. Because you're just slicing it perfectly through, it just drops off and doesn't shoot out, and you just end up with these absolutely beautiful cuts. If we just focus, you can just see that, absolutely beautiful. It is £35 though. I mean, obviously, I mean, if you're sort of new to the hobby, you probably want to go out and get one of these. But if you got one of these as sort of like an intermediate or advanced modeler, you are going to absolutely love it just as much as I'm loving this. This is definitely my go-to piece. In fact, I am loving this so much and the quality so much. They do other things. I mean, we've got all sorts of things like they do like an aluminium drill set as well. I mean, I want to get my hands on that, and then there's a circular cutter as well. I just want to get everything from these guys because it is top quality. I mean, there is just yeah, you just don't get any better than these guys from what I can see. I am loving it. It's definitely a big thumbs up. I definitely want to see more tools from these guys. Definitely want to be getting hold of some of these tools as well. And if you do decide to sort of spend that bit of extra money and dive in and get one of these, you will not be disappointed at all. It really is just the first time you sort of cut with this thing, you just cannot believe how just light you have to touch it, and it just slices through, and it's just perfect. So yeah, definitely a big thumbs up. Hopefully you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed this. So until next time, thank you for DSPIAE for your single blade nipper STA 2.0. Fantastic tool. So until next time, my name's Bob Waldron, this is Models, and I hope you've enjoyed.